Hello, it's Kristen Bryant with Stamping with Kristen, and I am in Maplewood, Minnesota. And today my Mountain Majesties paper pumpkin came. And for this month, we are using Misty Moonlight. It does come with this Stampin' Spot, and then it comes with this stamp set. I'll show you here. These are the images that are in there. These are birds. It kind of shows them upside down, but really some great masculine greetings. So I'm really excited about this set. And it comes with everything to make 3 of each of the designs, which is fantastic. So you'll get 9 cards. Now, if you want, you can make this go further and you could cut this off and then put this on a different card base. And so you could end up making a lot of cards. So if you like to bless lots of people with cards, the way these are printed, you can make your cards go a lot farther with that. So I'm going to make one of each of the cards today so that you can see how simple they are. When you do get our kits, it shows like everything that you need for each of these. So I am going to start here with this number 1, and it kind of has the sun going like this. And so it's got these birds. So I'm going to just get my Misty Moonlight here, and I'm going to put the birds kind of over to the side here. And then there's also another one with just a few birds that was over here. So I've got this part on, and then now it shows that there's several different pieces. Now if you look here, there are all these different little pieces that you can cut off. So for this design, we're going to be using, these are kind of like a vellum. You can kind of see through them. And so I'm going to first tear off this one because says we need that. And then we need these 2. There's lots of layers to these. 1, 2, and then I need one more. Which other one do I need? Oh, there's another green. Oh, I've got that one. Is it here? Yes, it's this piece. So these are also vellum. So what you're going to do for these is I'm going to put them all in order here so that I can see how they go. They're going to go like this. So they kind of go on top of the pattern there. And again, if you don't have this on this side, you can still make a great card without all those layers. So when you're doing this, you can get adhesive on a few different ways. I have just this adhesive. This is our Stampin' Seal. And you put the bigger one on first, and then you slowly add on the other layers. So biggest to littlest. And so if you want to just use what came with this, you can use, I'll show you you get a roll of this adhesive here. So how you put these on, so you can just put this along the bottom, and this just tears. Super easy to work with. So you can use whatever adhesive you like best. It does come with that, so it's kind of nice. If you're making cards while you're out and about, you don't need to grab anything else. All you need to grab is a block to be able to stamp with. So here we go. We've got this on here. And then the last thing it says to do is stamp Happy Father's Day, which, you know what? It's June soon, which is crazy. My son gets married June 1st. So we're on the countdown here at our house. So I'm going to grab the stamp that says Happy Father's Day. Yes, even making little things for the groom's dinner. Can hardly wait. All right, so this Happy Father's Day is going to go on here. And what's nice is they give you a couple extras. So if you don't like how you stamped it, first of all, you could just flip it over and do the other side, or they do have a couple extra, like I said. So now with this, I'm going to just put some dimensionals on the back of here. And actually, I'm looking now, I didn't do this right. They actually did dimensionals on a couple of these to make this stand out more. So if you want, you could do that. So like they did on this first layer to have the whole thing sticking out more. And how you can know is they have these marks where the dimensionals go. Oh, actually, nope, that was glue dots. It's this one that needs to stand out more. But if you don't like them to pop out, you sure don't need to. But by doing this, it's not going to make it too thick for mail to, where they'll add on expense. It's kind of nice just to have some depth on there. And then I'm just going to put this one for the Happy Father's Day. And if you don't have anyone to give a Father's Day card to, you can just make happy birthday or whatever else. So here is the first card. I was going to show you too. Here are the printed envelopes. Aren't those fun? Some people like to cut these apart and make projects with those too. So you can choose how you want to do that. Now next we're going to go to this second card. Now this one I love the mountain with the trees. So I will do the first card as is, but I think in the future I will cut this down and make some other kind of cards. Maybe I'll have to come on and do a video with some of the other options for that. So for this one, it shows to use this piece of vellum. So I'm going to grab that. And so as we're doing this, it shows to put on, yep, this is going to go right here. So you kind of see through it a little bit there. And then it's got, look at the full card in the front. Yep, it does have that layer on there. All right, so for this one, it shows just to do the little stamp way up here with the birds. So I've got that on, and I am going to just do a bunch of dimensionals. So that's why they sent such a big thing of dimensionals, because you use them a lot with this. So first I'm going to do it with this vellum on here. Actually, it shows just kind of going across because you don't want to do it too high because you will see these through. So I'm going to show you right here. You can see them through, so you don't want to go too high so you see those. You want to make sure that you put it where you're going to be putting something else over the top. I can definitely tell this is the day where I'm going to find these little backings around my house. All right, so there we've got that. And then next, we're going to take pieces from here. Aren't these great? Love them. Okay, this says, thank you for being the person you are. Really sweet. I like that greeting. For here, I'm going to just put this across. Really quick way to do adhesive with this. All right, got that there. And then I'm going to put this popped up. All right. These trees are so pretty. Makes me think of Colorado when I see these. Oh, that looks really nice. All right, couple more dimensionals on the back of these. So I am going to here we go. So I'm only doing them on this side because this is going to overlap the white part. I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so this piece is going to go right here, and then this kind of overlaps so that these are just on that side. All right, so let's get the envelope for this one. Isn't that great? Love this. I can already think of someone to send that to. Okay, our last card. We are going to be using You Mean the World to Me from here. I'm going to just put this on this side here. And I'll put this right over this, actually, you know, get a little more ink on there. Put that right over the sun. All right, there we go. You Mean the World to Me. And then this is just a bunch of layers. So I am going to, we're going to do this layer. This layer. And then there's here we go, this blue one that we haven't used. All right, so let's just lay this on here so that we can see how it's gonna go. And then this one, and then this goes on the end. All right, now these all get dimensionals too, just for the depth. And so, did you know that when you get these dimensionals, you can just use all this edging? And so, this is a nice, just peel it all off. And so when I'm doing something big like this, it's a great time to just put all of these on. All right, so this one goes first. These cards you'll be able to put together so fast. And again, I'm not gonna go too high on this one because I don't want you to see through where it sticks up. And I'll show you once I get it on here. Oh, and I did it the other way. I wanted it to go on this side, but you know what? They pop off. I didn't realize I'd already flipped it over the other way. Boy, that came off very slick. That's super forgiving on the vellum. Awesome. All right, now this is gonna go right down here, and then I'll show you this last one here. You Mean the World to Me. What do you think we could give that for? You have someone in mind that you could give that to? Okay, and you can see how you can see this one a little bit. I'm gonna move that down. You don't wanna see any of the vellum. So here is this final card and the final envelope. Let's see. I'm gonna do this one with that one, this one with this one. So here we go. We've got these 3 cards, and you can make, you get to make 3 of each card, or you can make it go farther and just use that and create some more of your own, and you could just do some different layers. So really great kit. This is the May 2025 Mountain Majesties. So really a fun little set that you get with it, and some great card designs. Stampin' Up! Just keeps getting better and better with their kits. And I think this happy birthday greeting is awesome. I'll be using that quite a bit on different things. So I hope you get time to create today and be a bright spot in someone's day and send them a card. Have a great day.